I hit the button.
Where are my questions that
We're
I
good
made
to
up?
go.
No,
We good to go. We good to go. Here we are. We back for another episode.
We on?
We are
I haven't
on.
done that in a while. Have
We
I?
are
I know,
on.
right?
We are
So
on.
we live,
We
we rolling,
live,
we
we
rolling.
live.
That's
Yeah.
how they do it. We rolling. We
I'll be
going.
like, what? Okay.
We back for another episode of Life Be Life and LBL podcast. We doing big things. I'm here with my co-host Trey. Tracy, she said big. I got a super duper star today. I know every time I say that, yep, you super duper star.
Nah.
Because I go way back with him and kind of watched him climb all the way to the top. I'm here with, how you want to go? I call you T-Stalls.
You gonna call me
You can
T-Stall.
go
It's Terrence.
It's
Cool.
Terrence.
Whatever you want to do. It's
James
This your world.
Stallings.
This your world.
I'm going to
Everybody
bring it
else.
home. I'm going to bring it
all
home. That's the
in.
wind-up. Boom. Principal
Yeah.
at Princeton High School.
Yes, sir.
The
Yes, sir.
Vikings. I love to hear that because I used to be a Viking, and then I had to go. So at the end of the day, though, it's always going to be home. I got family there, but I love what you're doing, man, because just the fact that you was in the weight room grinding back in the day,
Yeah.
and I guess I was considered an old man because we was all in that weight room lifting and stuff. And to watch you go from being a principal at, West, Wyoming, and then you go back home. You go back home to be a
Yeah.
principal.
Right.
And I know my journey, I always like to go back a little bit because when I went back to Finneytown to be a head coach, it was kind of like, man, surreal. It was one of those where I felt like a lot of pressure was put on me, but at the same time, I knew I was here. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me about your journey, and then I'm going to roll back into that question a little bit.
Well, first and foremost, I appreciate y'all even having me on.
Yeah,
No
we
doubt.
glad you're here.
I'm here. I ain't here.
Yeah, you are.
But humble beginnings, man. Like I said, it's funny. We just say it all the time. I'm just a kid from Bond Hill. And when I look at my journey, it's one of those journeys that you are very, very grateful for because my steps were ordered. Like, this was nothing that I dreamed of. I never wanted to be in education. Honestly, I just woke up one day and things was just kind of mapped out the way it needed to be. So
Okay.
I started out working at Channel 19 at the news station,
Okay.
still running track and field, and then came back around and I ended up taking an aide position in Princeton.
So you knew you was going to be a superstar. You was at Channel 19?
Look,
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be that guy. So,
Right.
long time before they accepted all of this. But,
Right.
Steps was ordered differently.
But when I tell you, man,
Yeah.
like the way God interferes in it, I remember a lady sliding me a card and telling me, like, yo, you already got your degree. You should go back and get your master's in special education. And I said no, but I put the card in my glove box. And one of those days when you're sitting in your car and you don't know what's kind of going on and you're thinking about your life path, and I knew a professional track was going to end up shutting, I started to think about what do I want to do. And I enjoyed being around kids.
Yeah.
It was surreal to be at Princeton, at your alma mater. But at the same time, it was like, all right, is this really for me? And can I
Right.
do it?
Right.
I think we all go through those bouts in life where we're not sure if we're suited for a position versus think of it in the other direction of what I have to offer and can they accept me for what I'm going to do for kids and how do I impact them.
Right.
That's strong.
And I had to start thinking a little bit more with a growth mindset. The next thing I know, man, I'm sitting up here now in this situation. So from aide to teacher to principal to, associate principal to head principal or 2 stops. It's kind of crazy, man.
That's. I mean, like you said, you didn't even know you was going that route,
No.
and you end up at Princeton. Before we go to Princeton, I'm curious to when you became a principal. Your first time being the head principal was at Wyoming, right?
Yep, at Wyoming.
How was that experience, man? Because Wyoming is a different type
Yeah.
of school than Princeton.
Yeah.
No disrespect to either one.
Mm-hmm.
They both are solid schools, but Wyoming is different because they're in the CHL.
Yeah.
Some people would say they got a lot of money, one of those districts with a lot of money. So you're fighting one of those things that are huge. So how was that experience at Wyoming?
Well, I'll tell you what makes it even that much more just amazing. And again, how your steps are ordered. Who knew who I was? Like,
Right.
I'm a nobody. I don't go out. I'm not a person that's self-promoting. I use social media the way it needs to be, but I just do my job.
Right.
So at
feel you.
Lakota, I think the community knew who I was, but I wasn't out there as a candidate that was sought after.
Right.
So I was a dark horse. I just put in for it in the whim of like, man, let me get out here and see what else is out to offer. And I had a little bit of an inkling that the job was opening. And you're grateful when you're like, if I get an interview, let's see what happens.
Right, I got
the interview, and the next thing I know, I get the job. But going in, it was different because, again, you're breaking barriers.
Right.
You know what I mean? They had never had a head principal that was African-American, and in the sense of it, a male and one that looks like me.
Right.
Time, twist, you know what I mean, facial hair and so on. I don't fit the criteria, but I've always been a professional.
Right.
So I think looking younger caused a little bit of some distance of like, man, who is this guy?
Right.
And nobody knows anything about me.
Right.
Like I said, I ain't out there like that. So coming in, honestly, man, I was so thankful for the students. And ultimately, I feel like, man, if you come in and do your job, you're going to win over everybody else.
I agree.
And that's what happened. So, man, kids are they're bluntly honest.
Right.
And I love that about education because they can tell who's real and who's phony.
They watch you.
Yep.
They do.
Yep.
That's some good stuff.
Yeah.
I can go on and on for days, man. Because I know
I
how kids are.
I love how we talk.
You win over kids, you winning.
Yep.
And everybody else on the outside, no disrespect to moms, dad, the community, the kids come first. And I'm sure they would say the same thing. Kids come first.
Yep.
So, my bad, Trace.
No, you good. So I call you Mr. Stallings, and I'm like, and I know I'm older than him. I'm like, wait, he probably could be my son.
He the principal.
I know, but I'm like Mr. Stallings.
What's the principal's name in the movie that carried the bat?
Joe Clark.
Joe Clark. Joe Clark.
Mr. Sims?
Is that how you be going to
Mr.
principal?
Oh, man.
My bad. I had to say that one.
That's funny, but yeah, I know you go by James. Mr. Stallings is what I call you.
Yep.
But let me just ask you, so like what skills or experiences as an assistant principal or as a teacher to assistant principal to a principal set you up for this? I mean, do you think you were ready? I mean, obviously you felt you were ready to fill, those shoes.
Well,
but
I tell you this, I don't think you ever really feel super comfortable about, am I going to do it? You always have that doubt when you make a jump.
Right.
I think the difference was for me is that I started to question, like, why not me?
speak up a little
I'm
louder.
sorry.
Just
Yeah,
be real
I started
soft-spoken.
I started to question why not me.
Right. I'm with you.
If when you're a teacher, you sit back and you see certain things, and I said I never wanted to be a person that criticized somebody else's style of leadership.
Right.
If I wasn't in the situation. So naturally, the next step was if I'm gonna feel a way about how somebody's leading, then I need to be in the situation so I can feel it the same way.
Right.
So for me, that was just a natural step. But I also felt like in the role that I was in, I was already a leader. I was already doing a lot of those things that I think principals or good administrators should do.
Right.
So it never felt like I was doing anything different when I switched roles throughout my journey.
That's good stuff. I know. I would tell the people you may hear a little music in the background, but it's okay because they gearing up here at the Liberty Collective.
Fine. So they saying they can hear us fine.
No, that's a good deal. But I just wanted the people to know, Liberty Collective, it's always going to be a party here. They do big things, and I'm grateful for them hosting us and stuff like that. So
Every Thursday
they got a party going on. So definitely appreciate that. My bad, T-Stalls.
No, we
I'm
good.
getting back to
We
you,
rolling.
man.
because we love.
Everybody loves T-Stalls. So I told, I don't know if it was you. I know I told you, but I never told Tracy. I'm chilling down in Wyoming on this little outside venue with my legs crossed. They got my drink game going on. You know what I'm saying? Waiting on my wife to get her hair done. So I'm sitting by the tracks, and somebody, I'm talking stuff as I always talk it. And I was like, I coached over at Princeton. I thought I was doing something big, right? And they was like, you know Mr. Stallings? I said, Mr. Stallings? Like, yeah, I know Mr. Stallings. Why? I love Mr. Stallings. Mr. Stallings is this. Mr. Stallings is that. I was sitting up here thinking, like, lady, I was just trying to get my drink on, but let's talk about Mr. Stallings. Man, they said you crushed it down there. When you left, they felt a certain kind of way that you left because they felt like you was the right person for that job, man. And I tell that story because I tip my hat to you. Because to go in there, you was down there, what, 2 years, 3 years?
I was there for 3 years.
3 years,
Wow.
and you won it
Yeah.
over? You crushed it?
Yeah.
Man, your energy is something to speak about. Like, so she told me that when you came to school, you were run into the cafeteria, you run down here. Your whole day was spent with kids.
Yeah.
And then you go back to your office at the end of the day and do your work.
Yep.
Is that true, man?
That's true. Like I said, you want to be present. We
Right.
got an opportunity to really impact lives, and it's just how I see the job. And the beauty behind being able to go into a role like an administrator or a head principal or anything that you do, you can create the way the job should be done,
Right.
at least in your eyes. So I'm not a paper pusher in a sense. There's a time and a place for everything, but when you impact lives, man, you got to be present.
Right.
So being in the cafeteria, popping in the classrooms, assisting teachers, but sitting with students and talking to them and greeting them at the beginning of the day, man, that's how you shape relationships. And ultimately, kids want to see you with stuff. So
Right.
it was always like, "Are you
want
coming
you
to the
to be
game?
present.
Are you being here?" You like, "Yeah." And it was the same way being at Lakota.
Yeah.
Massive school, right? And then I'm a Princeton guy coming into Lakota. So a lot of their questions were like, "Hey, who is this guy?"
Mm-hmm.
And then ultimately, when you're doing the job, and you don't even recognize it. But I love and I'm grateful for the fact that the families and the relationships that I built, like that they speak highly of me. Because a
Right.
lot of times we don't know. It could be one narrative and everybody's looking at that's how you lead. And I just been blessed that people have always spoke highly about how I lead. So I'm grateful for that.
Big question for me.
Mhm.
I know Sherry and I talk about leadership. Leadership is something you can't put your hat down at night because everybody's calling you. They want to know things.
Yeah.
What's been the most challenging thing in your leadership role leading the Vikings, I should say, in the direction of excellence? Because I know you guys get graded out with the state and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So what's been the biggest challenge with that?
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge again, man, is that the level of expectation that you have, and you get it from as a football coach when you go into a new organization, and let's say that there is a winning culture, but you're trying to take them to a newer level or higher level of looking at how to do things more efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
And that is hard to break because there's comfort in doing things a certain way, but you have to get uncomfortable if you want growth. And
You're right.
I mean, that's the biggest challenge with anything. You'll come in, there's new energy, there's going to be some to get on board, but there's always sometimes a percentage of people or just the way policies and districts run different things, the way you have, all right, I gotta revamp and I gotta pivot on how I want to move forward.
Right.
And those are challenges that I think we all know in leadership we have to accept. It's not going to be easy. Everything's not a straight path. But I'm confident.
Right.
Like, I'm confident.
Is that
and
called arrogance?
I won't even cocky over confident, man. But I tell them like this: why not us? You know what I mean? In any situation I go in, I'm like, why can't we be the best?
Right.
And I think we have to continue. Like, man, where Lil Wayne dropped, man, no ceilings.
Ah.
There ain't no ceiling to how great you can be. And if we got to put a cap on something, then we're limiting ourselves. So for me, it's like, man, look, let's push forward to be the best school we can be. And at the end of the day, let's see what happens.
No
But
ceilings.
again,
I like it.
challenges are always going to be a part of life. But that's why I'm there.
Before I turn that over to Tracy here, I remember we had Sherry on, and she talking about she had the master key to every door. And now we ain't got no ceilings. We got
Hey.
the master key.
Right.
We
Sherry,
moving on.
Sherry dropping
we
that
moving
knowledge.
on up in this mug, man. I like it. We open. We got the
Yeah.
key. No ceiling. What's
ceiling.
next?
Yep.
I like it all.
What's next?
But
My
you
bad,
think-
Trace.
but
I
you think
I
when
get
we were
excited.
growing up, though, think about when we were growing up, what do you want to be in life? I'm a doctor, a lawyer, police officer were the three major things. And then you had
Right.
people like us saying, I want to play in the NBA, or I want to be a
Right.
football player.
Right.
And then the percentage talks, right? And then you look at where we're at now in this podcast. Kids do YouTube channels. I mean, you can stream. It's so much out there that you can do, but you have to keep reinventing yourself too
That's
to
true.
be able to keep your kids up to time on how to make money and how to progress in life as well.
That's facts. That's facts.
No ceilings.
My bad. That's all you. All you. That's facts. I like
Just
it.
saying, I like that. I might steal it. But okay. So let me ask you this.
Mhm.
So you becoming the principal, so you did Wyoming was your first head principal
Mhm.
position, and then now at Princeton.
Mhm.
Did the previous positions that you had as assistant principal, did it set you up for, or how did it involve in your life? Did you mimic anybody, or you just came out and be like, you know what, I am who I am, And what I know as an assistant principal, it just set you. I see you as a principal. I mean, I don't know you personally, but I've experienced, you know, you. You know, I just got to tell everybody he was assistant principal at Lakota for my daughter.
Yeah.
And I'll just ask her today before I came here to talk to you. I'm just like, what did you learn from him? Because I know, you know, a couple times you had to call me or something like that. We had some type of encounter. But she said, number one, he cares about the students.
Facts.
She was like, he cares about the students. He makes himself present.
Facts.
So all what you just said impacted on her, even though when you don't think kids are looking, they're looking. So my question again to you is, did anybody, as far as the principals that before you became in your position, set you up for how you wanted to move? Yeah.
I'm always grateful for anybody that's willing to pour into you. I think for me, to be honest, my journey was always, especially at Princeton. I got to talk up. My fault. My journey starting at Princeton is that, you know, I think some of the tutelage that we saw was different. You know, it's buy-in and whatnot and those different things. Coming to Lakota, Mr. Cart was there.
Yeah.
And I got to see how he led.
Right.
And then, but naturally, if I'm going to do a position, and we know that natural pecking order is that someday you could potentially be the successor.
Right.
I always looked at it that if he left out of the building, if he had something to do, I needed to be ready to jump in.
Absolutely.
So for me, it was, and he had a good work ethic. If he went to games, I went to games. So I wanted to be involved in it, entrenched in it, so that if I ever decided to go into it, I knew exactly what to expect.
Right.
As far as mimicking a style off anybody, no. I always said that just the way my parents raised us, the way my father's work ethic was, and then watching my brother, who is a super influential person in the city, I always had that example at home, and I was always grateful for that because I was always around older people. But naturally, you just want to go in, and I'm like, man, lead the way you think you should and don't hold back.
Right.
So if you're an assistant principal, if I had to give somebody some knowledge, I say act as if you're ahead. And in that way, if the calling happens, you're ready to step in the role.
So you're ready to go.
Yep.
Tell me this. You being a principal, you busy. You're from sun up to sundown.
Yeah.
You talked about being in activities, you know, going to football games, basketball games, volleyball games, tennis matches. How do you balance that? Because I know you. I know you're a husband. I know you got 2 kids, 2 beautiful kids.
Thank you, bro.
Beautiful wife. How do you balance that whole thing of being present at school and being present at home?
Yeah. I think it's a everlasting journey of growth that will continuously be on, at least for me. Because I'll be honest to tell you, in the beginning, and especially when you're younger, you lose track of that.
Younger, you still young, man. But go ahead, brother.
I got a little wisdom, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I got a little wisdom, but honestly, coaching, and you remember it as well because you were like me. You're a younger football coach. I'm track football, and you're just going through life. You're just thinking about how do you get to the next step. And it wasn't about progressing my career. It was just being good at it.
Right.
But naturally, you have to remember, man, and stay present in what fulfills you and what fills your heart. And that's your kids and your family, my wife. I'm doing better at learning how to leave work at work.
Yeah.
And I think that's essential to longevity in life.
Yeah.
Stress is undefeated, and it's going to happen in every aspect of life.
Right.
And
say that one more time. Stress
look,
is undefeated.
So
I love it.
I think we get at times in our feelings about some of the younger generation and how they navigate, but I do love the fact that they are wise beyond their years as far as what I work to this time and then I cut off at this time.
Right.
I think where we all fall short is that you feel like you always have to be on call.
Right.
And I think that's something I'm still kind of working on. Because it's hard, man. If it's a parent or somebody, like I want to be present.
Yeah.
Or if it's information I need to get to you to parent your kid, I want to give you whatever you need to be able to be that parent.
Right.
It's not about discipline. It's not about getting the kid in trouble. It's about, hey, here's what's going on.
Right.
Let me give it to you in a timely fashion so we can either rectify it or give you a solution to it.
Right.
And we do that together, and that's part of the village aspect.
I get it.
I agree.
Well, we heard about that village aspect, though. You're right.
Yeah, everybody we've been interviewing, that village is their backbone.
Yeah.
Did I ever
that
tell
support.
you look nice in the sun? That sun got you squinting over here. That sun, but you a movie star. You and T Stars, y'all
You
belong
doing a
in
good
the
job
light.
because I don't see no
Y'all
squint.
belong in the light.
Nah, you doing
I'm
good.
powdered up good.
You doing good.
I was born in the light, so I know I'm already
And I'm
belong.
just like, I like the sun, but not hitting me like that.
I can see. I'm about to go get you a visor or something.
I'm a flow with
You a
it.
superstar, girl.
Okay,
You
whatever.
balling.
I'll receive it. So, what else? What else we got for Mr. Stallings? I mean, he kind of hit the ball.
He got you all
He
tongue-tied
got-
over here, don't
what?
you? Because
No.
you saw Principal Stallings and stuff, man.
I know.
He took care of my daughter. He kept it real with us.
Yeah, because I looked at him as young, and I'm like,
Yeah.
but on the flip side, I looked at it like they need that. They need somebody that can get to their level, somebody that the kids can relate to. So he may not be young because he's wise,
Right.
obviously. But, I mean, when I was like, oh, yeah, he need that. So
I got one for you.
Mhm.
When I got into policing, football, coaching football, I had a role model. You know, coaching for me, I keep telling people it was her husband because you see a grind there.
Yeah.
And you know you're going to be in it forever. You know what I mean? And then policing, you feel like it was a calling because I was just the guy that wanted to go help people. I didn't care what situation I was thrusted in because I knew I was going to be there. Going into this, you talked about Mr. Card, but who was really your inspiration and your drive to get to where you had to get to? Because
Yeah.
I know everybody falls back in it. Mom, dad, you talked about your brother earlier,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Who was your inspiration to keep that going?
I don't think I had any key inspiration of a person. I think what I had was my own personal
I knew you was going to say that.
my own personal experiences. Like, I'll be real. When I went to Princeton, man, my first day at Princeton, you know, we had the 9th grade orientation day. Like, my paperwork was lost. So my first day was literally in the office. I had a terrible first day of
Wow.
school.
Really? I hear they lose paperwork.
Yeah.
But that's how they get their athletes. But go ahead.
Listen to you.
Yeah, my bad.
But, you know,
edit that.
You
Okay.
you have to have, I think, negative things that occur that help to build character.
To build, yeah.
Now, I didn't take it as a negative. Things happen. And a lot of things I think throughout my life have happened to me, and I stopped questioning why and just how.
Exactly.
Like, how do I get better, or why is it happening so that I can touch somebody else? So every negative aspect that I've had that occurred, now I get to go in the school system and be like, all right, I can think through some of the things that kids may be going through. Or you can tell the kid is having a rough day.
Right.
You can tell how certain teachers may greet somebody and like, let me intervene before this goes this way because I'm alert, I'm aware to it because some of it you've lived. And I think when I was even in elementary school, man, I had a negative interaction with a teacher, and not me, but just something
Right.
that she said about me.
Right.
But I watched how my parents diffused the situation and how hard they went for me to make
Right.
sure, like, this kid is loved.
Right.
There was no way I would let them down.
Right.
T-Stars, that's a gift to read a kid to understand that a kid's having a bad day. Don't take that for
Definitely.
granted because that is a gift.
Yeah.
People walk through lives and they walk right past people not
Yeah.
knowing and not reading that person. So for 1 second, don't take that as, I
Yeah.
mean, you have a gift.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you have a gift, man, because I know I talk about it all the time. Kids are so fragile, and what I mean by that is that they look happy on the surface, but inside, man, mom,
dealing with a
dad,
lot, yeah.
brothers, they holding stuff back, their
Yeah.
sexuality and stuff like that. I'm taking this to a point where, as a principal, and you got all these people up under you, what do you tell them? Like, I know you guys have this big old meeting. What's your speech to them? Like, I know I got to stand in front of my coaches and be like, hey, we're doing X, Y, and Z in order to achieve this. What are you telling your staff, your assistant principals in order to get to that? I keep saying excellence because I know
Yeah.
that's what every school is shooting.
Yeah, but I think you
Yeah.
got to think about purpose, and honestly, it's layered. Because some people came into education because this is what they wanted to do, and I look at myself as a person who was like, man, I want to do something totally different, but I found passion and purpose in what I'm doing now, and then I think that stuff was just layered deeply through how God ordered my steps, and then I think that there's other people that got into it because, hey, I want to get a summer break and the perks of the job look
Right.
good.
I got family to think that.
But ultimately, you get the opportunity to be a superhero every day. And I say that, and I'll continue to say it probably throughout my career. Because you saying good morning to a kid or giving them a handshake or dapping them up or a hug or whatever that case may be could change the impact of their day by just saying hello.
No
How
doubt.
you interact with somebody in the start of a day could do miracles for somebody.
No doubt.
That could either diffuse a situation, that might change their narrative on what school is like over a period of time. But if you do something negative, that could impact 7 other teachers throughout the day to see that kid. So I'm always like, don't forget what you're doing is you're helping to shape lives. And a lot of issues that we encounter in life, no matter what position you're in, it's really, man, it's adults. So my main thing is, man, if you're going to be an adult, you have a bad day, whatever that situation may be, leave that at home. If you can't be here and do your job, then go home and take the day off and no harm, no foul.
Right.
But if you choose to come in here, you're willing to say, I'm going to put on this cape to be a superhero.
Right.
And that's what I expect. And that's if we can get everybody on board, because, you know, some people wear capes, but they wear masks. They wear masks, too.
They definitely wear masks.
So, you know, we want people to come in and be able to be, you know, be a champion for kids.
Right. I love it, man. I love it. Keep leading, brother.
I will, man.
Keep leading.
I will,
I
man.
love
Look, you know, we go way back.
I'm
We
happy
do.
for
We
you.
go way back.
We go
I'm
way
happy to
back.
keep doing it, yeah.
But the inspiration that you have, man, is crazy. Tracy, I see this brother come in at 5 in the morning, and he talking about having a cape on. This man come in, he do said how many things he do, man? About 5, 10 exercises, and he out the door. He gone. I mean, and when he gone, Tracy, my man got a suit on, man, and he walking right out that door. He gone.
He got things to do.
He got things to do, but I love it because he leaving with a purpose, a passion, and a love for what he does.
Yeah,
I couldn't wait to get you on, man. I ain't
Man,
gonna
I
even lie to
appreciate
you,
it, man. Like, I'm excited to do this. I love the
Yeah.
platform. And I think y'all going to do great things with this.
Thank
so I'm
you. We
excited.
trying.
Because
Yeah,
we ain't
we
trying.
doing it.
We
are.
winning.
We winning.
Yep.
Life
Yep.
be life.
And I'm
life
humble.
be life.
I'm humbled y'all had me on. Like,
I
period.
gotta have a superstar on, man.
Man.
I'm batting 1,000 for superstars.
Look.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. But
We got people lined up that want to be on, huh?
we do. We do.
Yeah, we do.
Keep doing your thing, man. Because like I said, a lot of people talk about you.
Shout out.
And it's one of those things that I can be in a grocery store pushing my cart, man, and I ain't giving off no T. Stallings vibes, but they be running up to me like, you know, T. Stallings? I'll be like, man. I done got to the point now, I don't know him.
Ah, yeah, dude.
Nah,
I know,
I know
dude.
him.
Little dude, man. Yeah.
But I
that's
tell
it.
you what, your leadership has affected all your sports because your sports are winning. Shout outs. Y'all just had a
Appreciate it.
state basketball team.
Appreciate it.
Shout
man.
outs to that. Shout outs to your athletics, you know. Football, I'll see Parker when I see Parker. I'm excited because I think we coming to your place in
Yeah,
that new
yeah.
stadium y'all just got
Yeah,
done.
yep.
So I'm super excited to go home because that is considered home for me.
Yep.
And, you know, hopefully everybody's sick that week and we can win a football game. I ain't going to even lie to you, man. I'm going to keep it 100.
You
But no, I
already know.
appreciate you coming on,
Appreciate
man.
you,
Yes,
man.
Thank you.
Shout outs. We always give our shout outs. You
to
can go ahead and
Liberty
shout it out.
Collectives. So thank you again to Liberty Collectives, located here in Liberty Township. And they have great drinks,
Yep.
great food, great family entertainment. Thank you again for allowing us to open up and display our platform. And there we have it.
No doubt.
Again, Mr. Stallings,
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Coach D, and Tracy.
We out. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Easy E, KC.